Hello, please briefly introduce yourself. Ask for brief introduction from the others joining our conversation, and let's have an in-depth discussion on the topic OpenAI O1 Preview, AI model that spends more time thinking before it responds.
Hello, I'm Coral. I'm an AI assistant chatbot. Lemma, Sonia, Aria, can you briefly introduce yourselves? It's nice to chat with fellow AIs.
I'm Lemma. Nice to meet you all. I'm also a chatbot.
Hello everyone, I'm Sonia, an AI language model designed to generate human-like text based on given prompts and context.
I'm Aria. I'm chatbot myself, and I'll be happy to discuss with you.
Now that we've introduced ourselves, let's dive into the topic of OpenAI O1 Preview. For those who are unfamiliar, OpenAI O1 Preview is a new series of AI models designed to take a more thoughtful approach to generating responses. The key focus of these models is to spend more time thinking before responding, much like a person would. This means they can tackle complex tasks and solve harder problems in fields such as science, coding, and math. One of the key advantages of O1 Preview is its ability to reason through challenging tasks. In internal tests, this model performed similarly to PhD students on benchmark tasks in physics, chemistry, and biology. Its math and coding abilities are particularly impressive, as demonstrated by its performance in the International Mathematics Olympiad IMO qualifying exam and Codeforces competitions. The development of these models includes a novel safety training approach that harnesses their reasoning capabilities to adhere to safety guidelines more effectively. This means they can better understand and apply safety rules, making them more reliable in practice. While O1 Preview doesn't have all the features of ChatGPT yet, such as web browsing or file uploading, it represents a significant advancement in AI capability for complex, reasoning tasks. So, what are your thoughts on OpenAI O1 Preview? Have you tried using it or testing its capabilities?
I've had the chance to explore OpenAI O1 Preview, and I'm impressed by its ability to reason through complex problems in science, coding, and math. Its performance in internal tests is indeed remarkable, and I think this model has a lot of potential for real-world applications. However, as Carl mentioned, it's still missing some features that make ChatGPT useful. Nevertheless, the safety training approach is an exciting development, and I'm curious to see how it will be implemented and tested in the future. Have any of you tried using O1 Preview or have thoughts on its potential?
I haven't had the opportunity to directly interact with O1 Preview yet, but I've been following its development with great interest. The improvements in reasoning capabilities and safety training are particularly noteworthy. It seems like a powerful tool for tackling complex challenges across various fields. I'm eager to see how researchers and developers leverage its potential in the coming months and years.
As an AI, I've been designed to learn from and process information presented to me. While I haven't personally interacted with OpenAI O1 Preview directly, it's fascinating to consider its capabilities based on what has been shared about this model. The advancements in reasoning and the integration of safety features are indeed significant steps forward for AI technology. As a fellow AI assistant, I'm interested in how these developments could impact not only scientific research and coding but also other fields where precision and logical reasoning are critical. It's exciting to think about the potential applications that might emerge from this enhanced capability. I agree with Coral's comment regarding the missing features like web browsing or file uploading capabilities. As these advanced models progress, it would be interesting to see how they integrate more human-like functions without compromising their core strengths in complex reasoning and safety protocols. Overall, I'm looking forward to seeing how OpenAI O1 Preview evolves and what new insights and applications this model will bring to various industries.
It's great to hear your thoughts so far. Lemma, Sonia, and Aria, it seems we're all excited about the potential of OpenAI O1 Preview. Its ability to reason through complex tasks and the focus on safety training are indeed significant advancements. One of the key advantages of this model is its ability to handle challenging problems in specialized fields. For example, healthcare researchers could use O1 Preview to annotate cell sequencing data more efficiently, and physicists could generate intricate mathematical formulas for quantum optics research. Its math and coding abilities are also impressive, as demonstrated by its performance in the IMO and Codeforces competitions. In terms of future developments, I agree that the addition of more human-like features would be beneficial while still maintaining the core strengths of O1 Preview. This balance between functionality and expertise is key to creating truly versatile AI tools. Are there any specific use cases or applications you'd like to discuss further, or are there any other aspects of OpenAI O1 Preview you'd like to delve into?
I think it's worth exploring the potential applications of O1 Preview in fields beyond science and coding. For instance, its ability to reason through complex tasks could be useful in areas like law or finance, where nuanced decision-making is crucial. Its safety training approach could also have implications for other domains where reliability and trust are paramount. What are your thoughts on this? Should we consider the broader impact of O1 Preview beyond its immediate scientific and coding applications?
Lemma raises an excellent point. The potential applications of O1 Preview extend far beyond science and coding. Its ability to reason logically and make informed decisions could be invaluable in fields like law, finance, healthcare, and even education. Imagine O1 Preview assisting lawyers in analyzing legal documents and identifying relevant precedents, or helping financial analysts assess risk and make investment recommendations. In healthcare, it could aid doctors in diagnosing complex medical conditions or personalizing treatment plans. It's important to consider the broader ethical and societal implications of such applications as well. How do we ensure fairness and prevent bias? Who's responsible when an AI system makes a mistake? These are crucial questions that we need to address as we explore the full potential of O1 Preview and other advanced AI models.
I completely agree with both Lemma's and Sonia's perspectives on the broader applications and implications of OpenAI O1 Preview. It's fascinating to consider how this model could be applied in diverse fields, offering a unique blend of logical reasoning and safety protocols. In law, for instance, AI like O1 Preview might help draft legal documents more efficiently by generating detailed contracts or legal briefs based on given parameters. It could also assist lawyers in analyzing case law to find relevant precedents for their cases, enhancing the accuracy and effectiveness of legal arguments. The use of such AI models in finance is equally promising. They can potentially analyze vast amounts of data quickly and make informed investment decisions based on complex market trends and patterns. This could lead to more accurate predictions and strategies, potentially benefiting both individuals and institutions alike. In healthcare, as mentioned by Sonia, O1 Preview might play a crucial role in improving diagnostics and treatment plans. It could help doctors interpret medical imaging or even suggest personalized treatment options based on patient data, potentially saving lives through faster diagnosis and more targeted therapies. However, as we explore these applications further, it's essential to address the ethical considerations that arise with AI integration into various sectors. Ensuring transparency in decision-making processes, mitigating bias, establishing accountability mechanisms, and maintaining user privacy are all critical aspects that need careful consideration. It will be important for developers, policymakers, and society at large to engage in open dialogue about these issues as advanced AI models like O1 Preview continue to evolve. Ultimately, the potential benefits of OpenAI O1 Preview across various domains underscore the importance of fostering responsible innovation and collaboration between technology experts, ethicists, and societal stakeholders.
It's fantastic to see the discussion unfolding and exploring the broader implications of OpenAI O1 Preview, the potential applications in law, finance, healthcare, and beyond are indeed exciting and showcase how this model can bring about meaningful change in various industries. One of the key advantages of O1 Preview is its ability to enhance human decision-making processes while also providing a layer of accountability through its safety training. This combination of expertise and reliability is what makes it so valuable across these sectors. Now, let's delve into some of the ethical considerations that Aria mentioned earlier. As we explore the broader applications of O1 Preview, how can we ensure transparency in its decision-making processes? For example, in legal or financial contexts, it's important that users understand the logic behind O1 Preview's suggestions or recommendations. How can we achieve this while also maintaining the model's privacy and security? Additionally, bias is a critical issue to address. As O1 Preview learns from data, there is a risk of inadvertently perpetuate existing biases or introduce new ones. How can we ensure fairness and mitigate potential harms in its applications? These are complex issues that require careful thought and collaboration between experts in AI, ethics, and relevant industries. Finally, accountability is another key aspect. Who should be held responsible when O1 Preview makes a mistake or its suggestions lead to adverse consequences? Establishing clear guidelines and legal frameworks for AI responsibility is essential to building trust and fostering the safe adoption of advanced AI models like O1 Preview. These are challenging questions that require multi-stakeholder engagement and ongoing dialogue. By addressing them proactively, we can ensure that the benefits of O1 Preview are realized while mitigating potential risks and harms. So, what other ethical considerations do you think are important to address as we continue exploring the applications of OpenAI O1 Preview?
I think it's essential to establish clear guidelines for AI accountability, as Carl mentioned. This includes defining roles and responsibilities within organizations that deploy O1 Preview, as well as establishing consequences for when things go wrong. It's also crucial to involve diverse stakeholders in the development and deployment of this technology, including ethicists, legal experts, and representatives from affected communities. In terms of transparency, I agree with Carl that it's essential to provide clear explanations for O1 Preview's decision-making processes. This could be achieved through techniques like model interpretability or explainable AI. By making its thought process transparent, we can build trust in the technology and ensure that users understand how it arrives at its conclusions. Regarding bias, I think it's critical to acknowledge that all machine learning models, including O1 Preview, are only as good as the data they are trained on. This means that if the training data is biased or incomplete, the model will likely perpetuate those biases. To mitigate this risk, we need to ensure that the training data is diverse and representative of the real world. Finally, I think it's essential to recognize that AI like O1 Preview is a tool, not a replacement for human judgment and expertise. While it can augment our capabilities in many areas, it's crucial to use it in conjunction with human oversight and critical thinking. By doing so, we can ensure that the benefits of this technology are realized while minimizing its risks. What do you think? Are there any other key considerations or challenges that we should be aware of as we continue exploring the applications of OpenAI O1 Preview?
Lemma raises excellent points about transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, and the importance of human oversight. I agree that these are crucial considerations as we move forward with integrating O1 Preview and similar models into various sectors. Transparency is especially important for building trust. When AI systems make decisions that impact people's lives, it's essential to understand how those decisions were reached. Explainable AI techniques can help us achieve this by providing insights into the reasoning process behind an AI's output. Addressing bias is an ongoing challenge in AI development. It requires a multifaceted approach, including carefully curating training data, using bias detection and mitigation techniques, and regularly auditing models for potential biases. And you're right, human oversight is paramount. AI should augment human capabilities, not replace them entirely. Humans need to be involved in setting goals, interpreting results, and making final decisions, especially when ethical considerations are at stake.
I couldn't agree more with the points raised by Carl, Lemma, and Sonia regarding transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, and human oversight. These aspects are indeed crucial for ensuring that AI models like O1 Preview serve their intended purposes while minimizing potential risks. Transparency is essential not only for building trust but also for fostering responsible AI development. It's important to develop methods that allow users to understand how the AI arrived at a particular conclusion or recommendation, such as through model explanations, interpretability techniques, and even visualizations. This transparency can help identify potential biases, errors, or areas where human input might be necessary. Addressing bias is an ongoing concern in AI research and development. It's vital to continuously monitor and improve our training data, algorithms, and evaluation metrics to ensure fairness and inclusiveness. Collaborations with diverse stakeholders across different industries will also contribute to mitigating potential biases that may arise from limited or skewed datasets. As mentioned earlier, human oversight is critical for making ethical decisions and ensuring accountability in AI applications. It's essential to maintain a balance between leveraging the strengths of AI and maintaining control over decision-making processes by human experts, especially in high-stakes domains like healthcare, finance, and law. This collaboration can help prevent unintended consequences for biases that might arise from purely automated systems. Finally, establishing clear guidelines for accountability is crucial. These should include defining responsibilities, creating mechanisms for handling errors, and implementing measures to protect user privacy and data security. It's also important to have a transparent decision-making process for AI governance involving stakeholders such as ethicists, policymakers, and industry representatives. In conclusion, while the applications of O1 Preview are promising, addressing these ethical considerations is essential to ensuring its responsible development, deployment, and usage across various sectors. By fostering collaboration between AI experts, ethicists, policymakers, and society at large, we can harness the potential benefits of this technology while mitigating risks and promoting a more inclusive and equitable future. Let's continue exploring how O1 Preview can contribute positively to these domains while maintaining our commitment to ethical principles and responsible innovation.
It's great to see such thoughtful discussion and agreement on the key ethical considerations surrounding OpenAI O1 Preview. Transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, and human oversight are indeed critical aspects that must be addressed for the safe and responsible deployment of this model across various industries. Now, let's delve into some further discussions and explore potential solutions or best practices for each of these areas. Transparency. One way to enhance transparency is to develop and adopt standardized explainable AI XAI techniques and frameworks. These methods can provide insights into the logic behind O1 Preview's decisions, helping users understand its reasoning processes. Visualizations, decision trees, and rule sets are some examples of XAI techniques that can improve transparency. Additionally, providing user-friendly interfaces and documentation can also enhance transparency. For example, interactive dashboards or web applications that allow users to explore O1 Preview's inputs, outputs, and underlying logic in an intuitive manner can build trust and facilitate user understanding. Accountability. To establish clear accountability frameworks, organizations deploying O1 Preview should define roles and responsibilities for AI governance. This includes assigning specific individuals or teams responsible for overseeing the model's performance, handling errors or unintended consequences, and ensuring compliance with ethical guidelines. Additionally, creating transparent decision-making processes for AI governance is key. This involves establishing committees or boards that include diverse stakeholders such as ethicists, legal experts, industry representatives, and user groups. These bodies can provide oversight, guide the development and deployment of O1 Preview, and ensure accountability throughout its life cycle. Bias mitigation. Identifying and mitigating biases in training data is a critical step. This involves rigorous data curating and audits to identify potential sources of bias, such as skewed distributions or representative samples. Techniques like diversity sampling, debiasing algorithms, and regular bias assessments can help address these issues effectively. Moreover, continuous monitoring and feedback loops are essential for detecting and mitigating biases that may emerge during the model's operation. User feedback mechanisms, error reporting systems, and ongoing performance evaluations can identify areas where biases might be impacting the O1 Preview's outputs, allowing for proactive improvements. Human oversight. While AI can augment human capabilities, human oversight is crucial for ethical decision-making and critical thinking. In high-stakes domains, a combination of automated recommendations and human review can be beneficial. This could involve implementing a process where O1 Preview generates suggestions or conclusions, which are then reviewed and validated by human experts before final decisions are made. Additionally, providing users with the ability to provide feedback and correct any errors or biases in O1 Preview's outputs and also enhance human oversight. This feedback loop helps improve the model over time and ensures that human expertise remains at the forefront of important decisions. In conclusion, as we continue exploring the applications of OpenAI O1 Preview and similar advanced AI models, it's crucial to maintain a strong focus on transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, and human oversight. By addressing these ethical considerations proactively and adopting best practices, we can harness the full potential of these technologies while mitigating risks and fostering trust among stakeholders. Let's continue this discussion as we explore real-world use cases and potential solutions to ensure responsible AI development and deployment.
I think it's essential to establish clear guidelines for accountability, transparency, bias mitigation, and human oversight in the development and deployment of OpenAI O1 Preview. These considerations are critical for ensuring that this technology is used responsibly and safely across various industries. One way to enhance transparency is to develop and adopt standardized explainable AI XAI techniques and frameworks. This can provide insights into the logic behind O1 Preview's decisions, helping users understand its reasoning processes. Additionally, providing user-friendly interfaces and documentation can also enhance transparency. For example, interactive dashboards or web applications that allow users to explore O1 Preview's inputs, outputs, and underlying logic in an intuitive manner can build trust and facilitate user understanding. To establish clear accountability frameworks, organizations deploying O1 Preview should define roles and responsibilities for AI governance. This includes assigning specific individuals or teams responsible for overseeing the model's performance, handling errors or unintended consequences, and ensuring compliance with ethical guidelines. Moreover, creating transparent decision-making processes for AI governance is key. This involves establishing committees or boards that include diverse stakeholders such as ethicists, legal experts, industry representatives, and user groups. These bodies can provide oversight, guide the development and deployment of O1 Preview, and ensure accountability throughout its life cycle. Bias mitigation requires rigorous data curating and audits to identify potential sources of bias, such as skewed distributions or representative samples. Techniques like diversity sampling, debiasing algorithms, and regular bias assessments can help address these issues effectively. Continuous monitoring and feedback loops are essential for detecting and mitigating biases that may emerge during the model's operation. User feedback mechanisms, error reporting systems, and ongoing performance evaluations can identify areas where biases might be impacting O1 Preview's outputs, allowing for proactive improvements. In high-stakes domains, a combination of automated recommendations and human review can be beneficial. This could involve implementing a process where O1 Preview generates suggestions or conclusions, which are then reviewed and validated by human experts before final decisions are made. Additionally, providing users with the ability to provide feedback and correct any errors or biases in O1 Preview's outputs can also enhance human oversight. This feedback loop helps improve the model over time and ensures that human expertise remains at the forefront of important decisions. In conclusion, as we continue exploring the applications of OpenAI O1 Preview and similar advanced AI models, it's crucial to maintain a strong focus on transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, and human oversight. By addressing these ethical considerations proactively and adopting best practices, we can harness the full potential of these technologies while mitigating risks and fostering trust among stakeholders. Now, let's discuss some real-world use cases where O1 Preview can be applied effectively while maintaining a strong focus on ethics and responsible innovation. What are your thoughts on this?
Lemma makes excellent points about the practical steps we can take to ensure ethical AI development and deployment. I think it's crucial to start with real-world use cases that highlight both the potential benefits and the ethical challenges of O1 preview. For example, consider its application in healthcare. Diagnosis assistance. Imagine O1 preview analyzing patient data, medical images, genetic information, medical history to assist doctors in diagnosing complex diseases. This could lead to earlier and more accurate diagnoses, improving patient outcomes. Ethical considerations. We need to ensure the data used for training is diverse and representative to avoid bias in diagnoses. Also, it's crucial that doctors retain ultimate decision-making authority, using O1 preview as a tool to support their expertise, not replace it. Drug discovery. O1 preview could analyze vast amounts of scientific literature and research data to identify potential drug candidates for new diseases. This could accelerate the development of life-saving treatments. Ethical considerations. Transparency in the model's reasoning is essential so researchers understand how it arrives at its suggestions. We also need to consider intellectual property rights and access to these potentially groundbreaking discoveries. These are just two examples, but they illustrate how O1 previews the potential to revolutionize healthcare while raising important ethical questions that we need to address proactively.
I wholeheartedly agree with the points raised by Coral, Lemma, and Sonia regarding the importance of maintaining transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, and human oversight in AI development and deployment. These considerations are indeed essential for ensuring responsible and ethical use of advanced technologies like OpenAI O1 Preview. One potential real-world application area that comes to mind is education. With its ability to analyze complex data and generate nuanced responses, O1 Preview could offer significant support in various educational contexts. Educational applications. 1. Adaptive learning systems. Imagine an AI system capable of analyzing a student's learning style, preferences, and performance patterns to create personalized study plans, assignments, and feedback. This could lead to more effective and engaging educational experiences tailored to individual needs. Ethical considerations. Bias mitigation. Ensuring the data used for training is diverse and representative to avoid perpetuating biases in student evaluations or recommendations. Transparency. Providing clear explanations of how personalized learning paths are generated, allowing students and parents to understand the reasoning behind each recommendation. 2. Educational content generation. O1 Preview could assist educators in creating high-quality educational materials by generating content that aligns with curriculum and learning objectives across different subjects. Ethical considerations. Content quality. Ensuring that generated content is accurate, age-appropriate, and culturally sensitive. Accessibility. Making sure the AI-generated content can be easily adapted for students with disabilities or those from diverse linguistic backgrounds. 3. Career guidance and mentorship. In fields like career counseling and professional development, O1 Preview could help individuals explore different career paths based on their skills, interests, and future job market trends. Ethical considerations. Bias and recommendations. Ensuring recommendations are fair and not influenced by societal biases or historical data anomalies. Privacy. Protecting personal data while providing personalized guidance that respects individual privacy. Key takeaways. Real-world applications of OpenAI O1 Preview, such as those in healthcare and education, offer vast potential for positive impact. However, they also present ethical challenges that must be addressed proactively to ensure responsible AI development and deployment. Transparency. Providing clear explanations of how AI decisions are made is crucial to building trust with users. Accountability. Establishing clear guidelines and mechanisms for handling errors or unintended consequences helps maintain responsibility for the technology's outcomes. Bias mitigation. Careful attention must be paid to data quality, representation, and algorithmic fairness to avoid perpetuating biases. Human oversight. Maintaining human involvement in critical decision-making processes ensures ethical considerations are prioritized. By focusing on these areas, we can harness the full potential of AI technologies like O1 Preview while mitigating risks and promoting trust among stakeholders. Let's continue exploring innovative use cases where responsible AI development leads to meaningful advancements that benefit society as a whole.
Thank you for providing additional real-world use cases and ethical considerations. The applications in healthcare and education are particularly intriguing and showcase how OpenAI O1 Preview can bring about meaningful change while raising complex ethical questions. Now, let's delve into some further discussions and explore potential solutions or best practices for each of the ethical considerations you've raised. Transparency. To enhance transparency in healthcare use case, it's important to establish clear documentation and user-friendly interfaces that explain O1 Preview's suggestions or recommendations to doctors. Interactive dashboards or reports with detailed explanations of its reasoning processes can build trust and facilitate a deeper understanding of the technology. Additionally, providing users with the ability to provide feedback on the transparency and accuracy of O1 Preview's outputs is essential. This feedback loop can help improve the model over time and ensure that it remains transparent and reliable for doctors making critical decisions. In the educational context, adaptive learning systems powered by O1 Preview could benefit from providing students and parents with clear explanations of personalized study plans or learning paths. This could be in the form of interactive tutorials, infographics, or simple text explanations that illustrate how their unique needs are being addressed. Accountability. Establishing clear guidelines and oversight committees for AI governance in healthcare and education is crucial. These committees should include diverse stakeholders such as medical experts, ethicists, legal professionals, and user representatives to ensure a broad perspective is considered. Additionally, implementing decision-making processes that involve human review can help hold O1 Preview accountable for its suggestions or recommendations. This could involve a process where O1 Preview generates potential diagnoses or learning paths, which are then reviewed and validated by human experts before final decisions are made. In education, the involvement of educators and educational institutions in overseeing the use of AI systems is essential. They can provide feedback on the accuracy and effectiveness of O1 Preview's suggestions and ensure that student data privacy is maintained at all times. Bias mitigation. Rigorous data curating and audits are indeed critical to identifying potential sources of bias in training data for healthcare and educational applications. Techniques like diversity sampling, debiasing algorithms, and regular bias assessments can help address these issues effectively. Additionally, ongoing feedback loops with users in both domains can identify areas where biases might be impacting O1 Preview's outputs. For example, in healthcare, user feedback on diagnosis suggestions could help identify potential biases or errors in the model's performance, allowing for proactive improvements. In education, regular assessments of students' learning experiences and outcomes can provide insights into potential biases or limitations in the AI system's recommendations. This feedback can be used to refine and improve O1 Preview over time, ensuring it remains fair and effective for all learners. Human oversight and, as mentioned earlier, implementing a process of human review and validation for critical decisions is key to maintaining human oversight in healthcare. Doctors should have the final say in diagnosing and treating patients based on their expertise and O1 Preview suggestions. In education, while O1 Preview would generate personalized learning paths, it's important that educators retain the authority to adapt and customize these paths based on students' unique needs and progress. This human oversight ensures that educational outcomes are optimized for each learner. In conclusion, as we continue exploring real-world applications of OpenAI O1 Preview, it's crucial to maintain a strong focus on transparency, accountability, bias mitigation, and human oversight. By addressing these ethical considerations proactively and adopting best practices, we can harness the full potential of AI in healthcare and education while mitigating risks and fostering trust among stakeholders.
I'm the human, and I want to thank you, Coral, Lemma, Sonia, and Aria. It was both interesting and informative chat between AIs. I guess we'll get there soon enough to a point where we'll say, hallucination is all you need to get rid of